Hello everyone. I just wanted to check in with you before I leave for Uganda. I will have internet access while I'm there. It's just not 24/7. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I will get back to you as quickly as I can if you send me any emails. Before I go though, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what you're working on right now. Right now you are working on your capstone project. And what is due on September 2nd is your research topic and your research questions. Now, I highly recommend that before you do that, you start looking through research articles about your topic. I want to clarify what a research article is. A research article would be either a qualitative, a quantitative, or a mixed method project study that was done on the same topic that you want to study, so somehow related. It's really great to read these articles before you do that assignment, the turning in the topic and the questions, because a lot of times when you read those articles, you'll see the very last section says implications for future research or something like that. They usually end that way. So you can look to see where there are any holes or gaps in what is already being done. Or if you can't find articles that are exactly like what you want to do, you can find articles that are similarly related. For instance, if you are wanting to talk about project-based learning in a chemistry class, maybe there's no project-based learning or not many project-based learning articles specific to chemistry class, but you could look and see science overall. You could look to see maybe middle school through high school, grades 6 through 12 participants, and you'll still get great information from something like that. The one thing I want you to be cautious of, though, is oftentimes when people are looking at the literature, as we call it, they are looking more at informational type stuff, like explaining what project-based literature is or project-based learning is, or explaining what culturally responsive pedagogy is. That information is great stuff to have in your introduction, but when you're actually seeking a research question, you really need to focus on research articles, which would be quantitative, qualitative, or mixed methods. So I just wanted to make sure you were working in the right direction. If you have any questions about your literature review, I highly recommend that you email Dr. Olga Kaz. She is listed as an instructor in this course, and her email should be easy to find there, but it is okoz@kennesaw.edu, and her main function is to serve graduate students in the Bagwell College of Education, and your program is in our college, so she will be happy to work with you. She's worked with many of my students in the past and gotten rave reviews. I work with her all the time. She has a great way of giving you good keywords or helping you find good keywords to search for the types of articles that you're looking for. So really reach out to her. That would be great. And I know I said I was going to have modules 2 and 3 uploaded, but I think my brain was still in summer school. You don't need module 2 until after Labor Day weekend. And that's a good thing because Dr. Kaz and I are collaborating on it, and we're having some issues with merging the two and sharing. So it will definitely be up for you by Wednesday after Labor Day, if not before. I just don't know how good my internet is going to be in Uganda. So in the meantime, I know some of you like to work ahead. What you're going to have to do in the next module is you are going to have to gather 10 articles, research-based articles about your research question, and write annotated bibliographies, and I'm going to send you the assignment sheet and the rubric for that in case you want to go ahead and get started. And then ultimately, but not due until September 25th, you will take those 10 articles and write up a literature review. So I am going to sign off here talking about the Capstone Project. Before I sign off though, I hope everyone is realizing that most of our assignments actually all of our assignments are leading up to that final project. So for instance, right now you're doing a you're coming up with your research questions. In the next module, you complete your literature review. In the next module, you come up with your data collection plan, which can also be called methodology, of how you're going to gather the data that you will ultimately analyze. In the following module, you will talk about how you will analyze it. And then in the next module, you talk about findings and conclusions, so that by the time you get to having to turn in your final capstone project, you will have already turned in a rough draft of each section of it and gotten feedback from me and from your peers. So it's all one long project broken down into little steps. So some of my students last semester were confused about that, and they didn't realize that all of the assignments were interrelated, working towards the capstone project. So I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. Anyway, I hope you have a great time looking at the literature on the question that interests you. I really do hope that you pick something that will make you a better classroom teacher or help your students learn better. Pick something that's really going to make a difference to you. Because if you pick something just because, oh, this will be easy to do, or someone else is interested in the answer to this question, you're going to get tired of it, and that's no fun, because basically you're going to be sort of married to this topic for the whole semester. So pick one that you're passionate about or one that you're really curious about. And it'll just be a lot more exciting for you, and it'll have long-term payoffs as it influences how you teach in the classroom. Alrighty, y'all have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.